Hello. Hello. It did take me a little bit longer to get back this time around. Some things happened with my old job, but that's okay. A little delay is fine. Also, don't forget entirely. Hee. Oh. I have no idea where we left off today. Let's find out. There was no point to the alarm clock today. I didn't care what the Literature Club was going to think or say, but we weren't going to school today. Look at Nasi, saying that she's still hugging me even while she's asleep. There's no way I can make her go to school. Oh yes, she's living at our house now. Or at least had to stay a night. I don't want to leave her alone either. Oh, that's just how it is. I'll admit I'm not totally sure about everything that was said last night. So many questions that haven't been answered, plus ones that haven't been asked. And we haven't figured out what to do about Nazi's dad, even if we do end up making a decision either. Regardless, I said that Nazi could stay with me as long as she'd like. It's not like I'd break that promise after this long. I think about getting up to make breakfast, but I can wait. I want to keep Nazi company for as long as possible. Dozens of thoughts continue to swirl my mind, my head. Roughly 10 minutes pass, but before I can drift back to sleep, Nazi wakes up. Huh? Nazi panics. Succubus, we're about to be late for school. You didn't forget what happened last night, right? Alright, you didn't forget about what happened last night, right? Yeah, but even now you're still pushing yourself. You have to rest, Natsuki. Natsuki looks as if she's about to fight back, only for her head to land back on the pillow. Fine. I like you, you know? A smile comes across Natsuki's face, which surprises me a little. I didn't think she'd be smiling in this situation. I like you too, Natsuki. You are dating for a reason, after all. Yeah, but I don't feel like I say it enough. I'm kind of crappy sometimes. But with you, I feel like I can do anything. Natsuki pulls me closer and hugs me tighter. So, stay with me, okay? Please? I don't know if she's acting like this because she's sleep deprived or exhausted or something, but I'm not complaining or anything. I'll stay with you as long as you want, Natsuki. What time is it? I'm unaware of what's going on around me. I check my phone to see the time. It's almost 7 p.m. already? We really slept that long? Jeez. Natsuki, are you awake? Doesn't seem like it, the way she's still been holding at me. Huh? Natsuki wakes up and rubs her eyes. It's almost 7 p.m. Okay. Just okay. Go back to sleep. Natsuki tries going back to sleep, which is one thing, but can't be swept under the rug this easily. What am I even thinking? Natsuki's been through more than she... Oh wait. Natsuki's been through more than enough. She's selfish trying to get her to wake up when she's fine with sleeping. Doesn't make me think about how I'm handling the situation in general. I've had no expectations with what she's been going through or anything similar. Either am I really qualified to give advice for this? If not me, then who? I haven't asked Natsuki about her thoughts on counseling or anything yet, but I'm the person she trusts the most right now, aren't I? Might seem like I'm overthinking this a bit, but I think it's important enough for that not to matter. What I say from this point forward could potentially change her life forever. Maybe it could change mine too. I continued to sleep and woke up around 11 p.m. I don't think I've ever slept this long before, actually. Nancy is up this time too. As I turn over, I see her reading some manga. Hey. She turns her face to me with a sliver of nervousness in her expression. What? Can we talk? As he looks as if she wants to put it off, which I can't blame her for. Probably gonna bug me until I say yes, so. As he puts the manga down, pulls the bed's blanket closer to her. Both of us are on the same page about the situation with your dad, right? That creates another issue, which is figuring out what to do about it. Why do we need to do anything about it? What do you mean? Like I said, why do we have to try to fix it in the first place? Is she even wrong? Does there need to be a solution? Well, you still care for your dad. I do, but I'm happy living the way I am at the moment. Am I getting myself into something that ultimately isn't for me to try to change? Do you think you'd be happier if things were patched up? Maybe I would be, but I don't want to take the risk of finding out. Am I going in circles about this? I want to help Nasi. He's so important to me, and I love her so much, but I have to question if this is okay for me to do. I don't think she's ever actually asked for my help with this. Has she? Can we at least talk about this later? I don't know if should. I'll be honest, I'm extremely unsure about what I'm saying right now. But would things be the same if we let this go? Would things be the same next time we go on a date? Like I said, I don't know what we should do about your dad. I just think it's going to feel weird if you don't do something. I used to think the same thing, you know? I thought about it a lot when I first came to live with you. Remember how tense I was back then? Then I learned to let it go, I guess. Eventually I started dating you, and, well, here we are now. There's no problem with us living together like this, is there? My dad doesn't seem to care enough to with me anyway. I was thinking about that, actually. What's up with the times we found her dad in public? Didn't speak to Natsuki, but he did ask at one point if I was dating her. That's what you want, Natsuki, and I'll respect your wishes. I'll admit that I'm still curious about a lot of things, but as you said, there's no harm in the way we're living. If you want to put this aside for now, then that's okay. Yeah, maybe. Natsuki hugs me. Thank you, Sarkopus. Stop a crass. Natsuki has been so sweet lately. Probably because of speaking to her boyfriend, but living in a healthier environment is probably influencing her too. Maybe it's okay to end things here. We're both happy now, so maybe it's fine to leave things as is. Since I don't think anything bad will come out of it. Right? Yeah, right? Yeah, right. When you write, you write, Supercross. I know things won't stay like this. I know something's going to happen. I know there's no way this is over. But till then, I'm going to enjoy whatever happens next. There's no point in being anxious about something that hasn't happened yet. In other words, it's time to relax. It's been a while since I learned what was going on with Natsuki and her dad. As it turns out, it was easier to let go of than I thought it'd be. That's I've been looking forward to today. Archipus, wake up! Suppercrass, get your ass up! Oh, wake! What do you want? I mean, well, I'm such a moody person in the morning. Good. Happy Valentine's Day! Alright, I'll be in a better mood then. We still might get a lot, but but change. Ooh. Natsuki pushes a tray of homemade chocolates towards me. Thanks, Natsuki. The chocolates have all different shapes that are made with uniqueness in mind. Pick one and take a bite, experiencing one of the best chocolates I've eaten in a long time. Wow, this tastes great. Nice job. Yeah, I tried. Natsuki tries gathering her courage to say something. So, yeah. Since it's Valentine's Day, shouldn't we, go on a date or something too? Sure, I don't see why not. It's, that's as far as I got, actually. Where should we go? That's a good question. We sit there for a few moments, having no idea where to go from here. You know that place we go on picnics sometimes? There's a lake near there. Be a nice place to relax at. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'll be waiting then, I guess. Are we going at nighttime? We spend the rest of our day normally until nighttime, at which point it's time to go. Well, I'm finished getting ready. What about you, Natsuki? I'm ready. Are we going to get going or what? Yeah, let's go. Have we waited till nighttime? That's kind of weird. Natsuki and I walk out the door to meet the cold air of the night, along with the light breeze complementing it. From there, we head to the place I have in mind. Once we get there, we realize maybe my idea for a date location that I came up with on the spot wasn't so bad after all. The water is gorgeous, the moon shines down on the lake, giving an amazing amount of light considering what time it is. We both sit down on the edge, arms wrapped around each other as we stare into the moonlight. And this is beautiful. Not as beautiful as you, of course. You look like you're like Swiss cheese right now, ultimate cheesy. Natsuki looks disappointed. What did I say? You like Swiss cheese, boy? You're just looking for cheesy stuff to say. To be fair, she's not entirely wrong, because I am Swiss! Yeah, but that doesn't stop me from being true, does it? Oh, I'll accept the compliment. Just because I complain doesn't mean those are my only feelings. You know that already. Wasn't a serious complaint anyway. Natsuki goes back to a small smile, which I'll take. It's pretty cold though. Natsuki puts both her arms around me instead of only one. Yeah, sorry about that. I should have brought a blanket or picked an earlier time. There's not much we can do about it now. Guess you'll have to warm me up as punishment. I'm cool too, Natsuki. You're not going to get much warmer with what you're doing. You're just looking for an excuse to hug me. No, I'm not. I grin. Whatever you say, Natsuki. We stay like this for a couple minutes until I bring up something I remembered. Hey, Natsuki. What is it? I'm trying to concentrate on warming up. Yeah, sure. Anyway, those chocolates you baked were pretty good. It got me thinking though. Remember that time when we first went grocery shopping? It's been so long since then. Succubus, you don't have to think about all your previous dates when I'm right here. I know, but I was thinking about the time, about why we went shopping. Food, probably. I think that's why people go to grocery stores. I believe we bought cupcake supplies though. Which I asked you what or who were they for. You said I'd find out soon enough. But I don't think I ever found out what they were for. Oh, that. Natsuki sounds embarrassed. Didn't you already figure it out? That was obvious. Are you trying to get me to call you an idiot on purpose or something? No, we know I usually don't mean it. I don't get what's so attractive about saying it. Huh? Wait, usually? I genuinely don't know. I don't like jumping to conclusions like that. You're gonna make me say it, aren't you? It makes you happy. I was going to make them for you, idiot. Ah. Okay. In hindsight, I should have figured that out a long time ago. How come I never got them then? You already forgot the whole terrible home life that kind of ruins your desire to do anything for anyone thing? I'm dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring that up. I just really want cupcakes. Yeah, I'm used to it at that point. I used to say that you would say weird stuff sometimes, but I'm starting to think you're just weird in general. What's that supposed to mean? As I said before, it's not a bad thing. Honestly, Quick's hugging me and looks at the lake again. At least your taste and date locations is okay. Oh, I've been able to go get some practice after all. Succubus? Yeah? I wonder what life would have been like if I had never met you. Actually, I don't want to think about what life would have been like if I never found you. I know it'd be bad though. Putting into perspective, Natsuki's right. She never met me, she would have had any place to stay after her dad hit her. And I don't want to think about what life would be like either. She would have had the courage to ask any of the other club members for a place to stay. I don't think it matters now though. I'm so glad I'm dating you. Would it be annoying if I said that out 1,000 times? Maybe it would be, but it wouldn't change anything. I still don't get why you're dating me. But I can't deny I've had a good time dating you too. A great time even. Whatever makes you feel better or something. I think it's kind of cute how you add or something, or I guess whenever you're saying something nice to me. Well, you know what? Even Nazi doesn't have you come back so that. It wouldn't hurt to start up another conversation to break the silence, would it? By the way, Nazi, what's your favorite date we've had? Huh? I've never really thought about that, honestly. They're all pretty okay. Yeah, I've enjoyed all of them too. Kinda makes me wonder what it'd be like the perfect date, though. Might have something in mind for that. Wait, really? Later, maybe. Something I've kinda wanted to do for a while, but we'll see. What's that supposed to mean? Oh well. And so the night continues like this until I check my phone and realize how late it's gotten. No, that's not okay. I hate to say this, but we should get back home now. As he stares into my eyes. Do we have to? I stare back. We could stay like this for a little longer, I guess. Okay, this is getting really romantic. We're not going to be interrupted, are we? Please tell me we're not about to be interrupted. You know what? Screw even bringing that up. I'm going to join the moment. Nobody's going to stop me. Especially Monica. Oh, right. Nazi still here. Good. I guess that was perfect timing. I can always I mentioned Monica and I just forget Nazi's there. Oh boy. I can always make time for us to be together, you know? Yeah, that makes me happy. Our faces lean closer. I love you so much, Nazi. So do I, Sarkopus. She starts leaning in. Our faces are so close. Could this be? She suddenly stops leaning in. Hey, about earlier when I said there's something I've been wanting to do. There's something I need to ask. Have you ever been kissed before? At the moment, not even once. You? It's the same here. Our faces are even closer now. Nazi blushes. Would you like me to change that? I don't see why not. I would not use that answer, but then again, a part of me would. Eventually, our faces can't get any closer. Suddenly, we're kissing. Nobody's to interrupt us. Nothing to bring us down. And man, does it feel good. I keep thinking the moment's going to be ruined by something, but it never does. All that happens is pure bliss. Once we're done, we both have a look of shock on our faces. Did we actually? I think so. Okay, I'm just checking. We should do this more often. I liked it. Nazi seems that she's trying to stop blushing, but can't do it. I agree. I'll admit I had a bit of trouble figuring out what to say, but whatever. Our first kiss was great though, and I think it was a good day overall. Oh, first kiss powers. Activate. More time passed. Much more time. Wake up. You know what day it is, don't you? Oh, okay, we went back home. I was about to say, wait, we're still on. We were still at the lake? I struggled to sit up. Still not fully awake. I think. So, you have no idea then. I didn't say that. It's true though, I'll give you that. Not surprised you forget seeing as you were never good at remembering, but lucky for you, I am. I still don't know what today is. It's been half a year. Wait, whoa! That time. Imagine, like, no, in nowadays society, I don't know, I'm just bringing this up now. It's like, even for, like, just humans in general, like, their whole society is like 6 months without a kiss. Holy hell! That's like 100% abstinence. Whoa! That kind of thing does not exist nowadays, and if it does, it's a very, very, very small portion of people. And you know what? I respect those people. I am not one of those people, but I can respect them. That takes so much. I mean, I won't want to say it takes so much. It's just so rare. It's like, oh, whoa. It's like you're going into another culture and they do things a certain way, which is completely normal for them, but completely different and weird for you. And you're just like, whoa! That's the same thing for this. It's been half a year since we first started dating, duh. I raised an eyebrow. Already? Yep. Doesn't feel like it's been that long though. Same year. So like it's actually been 6 months, right? Yeah. I know you're probably shocked that you had a girlfriend more than a week, but I know you'll never leave you. I'm guessing you should celebrate tonight then. You're getting better at this. Took you long enough. I try. You do. Very funny, Nazi. I'll think of the details later, but I'm tired. You're always tired. We have to be at school anyway. Yeah. Remind me about the dreaded school. It'd be redundant if I said school was boring as usual, so I won't. We did, of course, go to the Literature Club though. As we walk in holding hands, Sori greets us. You two look happy today. They always look happy, Sayori. Not saying it's a bad thing. Well, it's been half a year since we started dating, so... Yuri picks up from the book she's reading. Congratulations. It's no big deal. Natsu looks disappointed in me. I think it is a big deal. The fact that Sarkopoulos had a girlfriend for longer than a week is impressive. Yeah, Natsu, you made that joke at home too. That was a joke? Dang it, Natsu. Fuck you. Anyway, I think it's pretty cool. Congrats to both of you. I remember when you two first met. I saw this one coming, to be honest. Or did you, Monica? I didn't think it was that obvious we had feelings for each other at the time. It was obvious. Huh? Just like, huh? Anyway, we're going to read some manga now. I see. Have fun. Okay, well, that's the end of that. Woo! Once it was all said and done, Natsu and I head home. On our way back to the house, I see a silhouette of a tall dart across the bushes. Elisa tries to dart across the bushes. Once she realizes her eyes are on top of it, it stops. Walks a bit forward, enough for us to see what it is. It's Natsuki's dad. I've seen him multiple times before while I was with Natsuki. He was never interested in interacting with us. She would glare at him, and then that seemed to get her thoughts across just fine. This time, though, I know something about his hand. It was clenching his fist, which wasn't a fantastic sign. That was quite a terrible sign, but I feel that speaks for itself, and I'm kind of panicking at this point. I am not a bitch. I can't run away from this forever. Hey you, what are you doing? It didn't matter though, because he runs away anyway. You're not going to go after him, are you? I don't think there's any point chasing him. It's clear he doesn't want to talk. Which is nice since it benefits my health in the sense that I don't get killed. I'm not a bitch! I need to have that recorded in a soundboard and just... yes, I need one. I need to just go ahead and get one, have a bunch of sound bites and tie them all into random audio cues. Oh, I'd have so much fun. I would have so much fun. I swear. It would be so fun. Yeah. See, she agrees. It would be fun. Well, may as well head home. I walk through the front door and take a deep breath and sit on the living room couch. Did your dad seem a bit, angry? That's word for it, yeah. I'm not really sure what to do about this. I know he's actually going to murder you or anything, Sarkopoulos. I know, but nothing. Well, the situation's a bit tense now. Besides, it's a special day. Shouldn't you take me on a date since that's the point of dating and all? Of course. Shall we get something to eat? If it's a place that doesn't rip you off like that one time, fast food it is. That's a girl I can get along with, though I'm usually the guy that wants to go to the better, cooler places, even though I'm really fine with anything. For most people, going to a fast food restaurant wouldn't be romantic. Sorry, scratch that. For basically anyone, going to a fast food restaurant wouldn't be romantic. Yep, that's also me, but you know, I think it's the thought that counts. You add ice cream in it, and it's sold. Just don't go to McDonald's, because the ice cream machine never works. The last person that told me the ice cream machine didn't work, I just fluffed my tail on his face a little bit, and he gave me some ice cream. It's really not that hard. They just want to lie all the time. Sorry, scratch. Oh wait, no, I've already read that. Yeah. Well, we're here. We walk into the restaurant. This is McDonald's. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. That is 100% McDonald's. Bet. There's a certain modern atmosphere to it, though. Although it's not necessarily a mass fact this place is a fast food place, the fact that we're going on a date at a fast food place. Once we order our food and sit down next to each other at an empty table. I know this place is a bit weird for a date, but we've gone here before, haven't we? Yeah, I don't think you have to be worried, Succubus. I'd rather be somewhere comfortable than somewhere super romantic. And this place is comfortable for me, so... We eventually receive our food as Nazi unwraps our hamburger. I notice he seems unsure about something. Is everything alright? There's something I've been wanting to try. Hmm? Something you've been wanting to try? I start to drink some water. Would you feed me? Spit out the water you're drinking. That would honestly make my own personal... oh, I don't have a choice here. Okay. I was about to say, I would either have that reaction, not like a full jet stream of water, but I would probably do that, or choke and start coughing really badly. What? No, so I get water all over everyone. I get water on the cashier. It's fine. I'm just curious, okay? I've seen so many other couples do it, and let me get this straight. You want me to feed you? Don't make me say it again. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't at least bit curious what it'd be like to. I'll feed you, Natsuki. Sure, I guess. I get up and walk over to the utensil set and I grab a fork and sit back down in my chair. So, Natsuki, we're really doing this. Like I said, it's one of those things you have to do at least once. According to who? Alright, so then I take the fork, stick in the burger, right? Oh no, you weirdos, just pick up the burger and shove it into her mouth. You know, I say that, like, completely honestly, but at the same time, the visual image is just even better. Yeah, I want you to take that double quarter pounder, I want you to shove it right into that glob, just force it down in there, make her swallow it whole. I don't think we want to kill Natsuki in this route. Oh man. Just shove it in. That should be another sound bit. Shove it in. Oh my god. Man, I gotta work on how romantic I can be. I probably shouldn't just blurt that out while I'm trying to feed someone. Oh man. Alright. God damn it, stop laughing. Alright. I guess. Wait, you eat your burgers with a fork, right? It's a lifestyle, Natsuki. Anyway. Next, you open your mouth. Actually, I changed my mind. What? This is too embarrassing. Natsuki, we're in a fast food restaurant, and a single person should go in to judge. Sure, feeding someone a hamburger. Is this usually how it's done? You want to be romantic. If you want to be romantic. Actually, nobody does that. Now that I think about it, wouldn't it be weird for someone to judge us? Still, I had to get up and grab a fork. You don't want to waste the 10 seconds I spent to get us a fork, do you? I think what I'm saying is very convincing, personally. Fine. Natsuki opens her mouth as I put the fork into it. She bites down and quickly chews, filled with embarrassment. Well, she swallows. It tries to think of something to respond with. That was a thing? Yep, it was definitely a thing. I'm glad we can both agree on that. We also agreed to never do that again, at least not at a fast food restaurant. Sure, because I wasn't going to do it again anyway. No, for now, at least. Yeah, that was weird. And so we finished up our food and leave the restaurant. Once we head home... Excuse me. Things go back to normal. Not things seem like they went back to normal. I mean that we didn't even have to think about Natsuki's dad once. Or rather, we thought about it, but we didn't want to admit it, and had been on our minds. The rest of the night goes well, though. There was no other drama, at least. Tomorrow, though, I doubt it'll be as peaceful as I'm hoping for. I don't know why, it feels like something is about to happen. I'm tired of this. Not now, Natsuki. Not now? If not now, then when? How much longer is this going to be put off? I'm serious, we'll discuss this later. Like I said, you keep saying, we'll talk about it later, but nothing ever actually happens. I don't want to keep living like this. I don't think you do either. Go to your room, Natsuki. We'll discuss this later, and that's final. No, we have to do something. Part of the reason I'm doing this is because I still care about you. You don't know what I give for things to go back to the way they used to be. But it's not that easy. None of it is. Do you not understand, Natsuki? I understand, but it doesn't change anything. I asked you to leave. How many times do I have to say it? Leave. I won't. Leave. We have to settle this. Leave. Never. Leave. Excuse me. No. I don't know. Trying to get a serious tone in this matter, as it is a serious situation, is hard for me. So I'm just going to quit trying to ruin it. Not until you at least try to change. Not until we live a better life. Will you never get it? No, you're the only one who doesn't get it. You never got it. Enough! Natsuki! Oh my dear, Itsuko. You have no idea how much I wish you were still with us. I just don't know what to do. I freeze in place. It's him. It was the night after mine and Natsuki's anniversary. We had gotten to bed. I was about to join her when I heard a knock on the door. I went to open up. There he was. I was face to face with Natsuki's dad, and by myself this time. As I was saying, back to where I left off, I just don't know what to do. Hi, what do I even do here? See, well, Pop's on the couch in the living room. I hope you don't mind. Oh, it's not like I can do anything about it anyway. What are you here for? You looked kind of upset yesterday. Hmm? Oh, that. Sorry about running away when you tried speaking to me, but I didn't feel like discussing anything at the time. I was upset after all. What happened yesterday is unrelated to what I need to ask you, though. From my understanding, Natsuki's been living with you, correct? Yes. For half a year, then. A pained expression rests on his face. I'm not here to criticize you or tell you how to live your life. It seems I've lost the right to give even advice to my own daughter's life. I wanted to see things for myself, though. I hear the door to my room open. Sarkopus, who's there? I think I recognize that voice. It's nobody, Natsuki. That was the worst lie I could have come up with. The absolute worst lie possible. It's clear I wasn't at the top of my game right now. I'm talking to your boyfriend. As soon as Natsuki hears that, she slams the door shut. One problem solved, I guess? What am I saying? I'm panicking to no end, and that was probably the worst solution in history. We're actually going to talk about this right here. There aren't better places to talk about this? Yeah, it's not going to change anything at this point. And ask another question. You've seen Natsuki and I go on dates multiple times. How come you never... I missed it. How come you never did anything other than ask me a question once? Looks off to the side. I guess I accepted it early on. My daughter didn't want to live with me anymore. She cut ties. Pains me to realize that, but what was I supposed to do? You and I both know she wouldn't have come back to me. Certainly not if I approached you two in the middle of something. I was stuck. Done. She's gone. Feel slightly more comfortable about speaking to him at this point, partially because he isn't going to murder me. Not totally comfortable, but he made that little better. That sums it up, yeah. What a shame. Like what I expected, he doesn't have a hint of anger in his voice, only regret. Seemed rather calm about all this. Of course, like I said, I accepted it. There's nobody to be angry at except myself. I know this is my fault. I know I made the biggest mistake of my life. I've already hated myself before all this happened. But ever since Natsuki left, I've been worse. I loathe myself more each day, wondering how I could have lost my temper like that. wondering how I could have broken a promise I made to my own wife. He pauses. But I know you won't hear about that. I understand. I know you must think I'm a terrible excuse for a parent. I'm not trying to gain any sympathy from you. Good, because I wasn't going to give him any. But at last I finally feel brave enough to talk a bit more. Acknowledging your awful actions doesn't excuse them from being awful. Thought I had gone too far with that, but Nussie's dad takes a deep breath and speaks again, as surprisingly calm as ever. I'm aware. There's no redeeming myself for what I did. Believe me, I'm not trying to deny that. Just trying to think about what to do next. Pauses again, this time for even longer. Nancy probably told you about me, distancing myself from everyone, didn't she? She did. Yes, that's after I lost my wife. I noticed a tear roll down his cheek, yet he stops yet again. I'm sorry, just after I lost my wife, I became a recluse. I tried to provide for Nancy, but I didn't provide nearly enough, even with our financial situation. There's still so much more I could have done. I could have cared for her so much more. There's a reason she's so skinny, you know. I digress. My point is, nobody should have to be raised by a parent like myself. Nobody should have to be raised by someone who won't give full attention to their kid. Another tear rolls down his cheek, then another and another. They don't stop coming. Such a horrible situation now that I've lost everything. After Nancy was born, I told my past self I would eventually do that to her. I don't think I would have been able to take it. But that's selfish too, isn't it? I wanted there to be there for my daughter no matter what. But I couldn't do it. There's no excuse. Sobbing at this point, his face buried in his hands. Wow, sorry for dragging you into this. It's utterly unacceptable for me to barge into your house like this. Like many things I wish I could take back, but I needed someone to vent to. We sit there, unsure of what to say next. After several minutes of silence, he speaks up again. I lived for Natsuki, you know? Even after my wife was gone, things kept getting worse. I lost my job at some point. I don't think I ever told Natsuki that, but I wouldn't be shocked if she figured it out. Barely managed to get any money, period, but that's another story. Natsuki was all I had left. Living the way I did was torture. It absolutely does not excuse my behavior, but simply getting out of bed was seemingly impossible challenge sometimes. The main reason I was so strict towards her because I didn't want her to experience the life I was living. Even my strictness was misjudged, though. I've said it more than enough times, but my life was terrible, but at least I still had my daughter. We argued a lot, though. A lot of times about my failure as a parent. I took it too personally, and I shouldn't have taken anything personally in the first place. She was my daughter, and she was right. One time I was disappointed in myself, frustrated, upset, defeated, and ultimately regretful. I should have left the room right there, but I kept talking. I kept deflecting. Looking back, everything I said during the conversation is a joke. I kept going. I wasn't even mad at her. I was mad at myself, and I didn't want to admit it. Living itself was painful. I couldn't take it anymore, so I did something I agree I would never do at that point in my life as a parent. I hit her. And it was then I lost her too. I was left with truly nothing. He takes more time to collect his thoughts. I don't go outside much, but during the times I did, I would often spot you and her together. I'm not mad at you, to clarify. She deserves someone better than me anyway. As I was saying, I kept watching you two, thinking about what it could have been, thinking about how I could have prevented this. Much of my life, I blamed everyone else, yet I wouldn't blame the one person who's actually responsible for any of this. I didn't blame myself. Not until it was too late. I didn't want to think more about this. I wanted to react somehow, but thoughts are going through my mind so fast I'm having to push them away entirely. All I can do for now is listen. I think it's meant to be this way, though. Frankly, glad it's this way. As I said, Nachi doesn't deserve me. She doesn't deserve to live the way she did in my house. I still know nothing about you. I don't even know your name. But whenever you and Natsu were together, she looked so happy, and that's all I ever wanted. I keep searching for words, yet I can't find them. Again, I'm sorry to put you through this. It's my responsibility and mine alone. Finally, I bring myself to say something. What did you plan on doing then? That's a good question. I don't want to take my own life at this point. Not because I feel my actions are justified, they're absolutely not, but because I also feel so defeated I can't even bring myself to do that. Only leaves one option left. I think I know what he's getting at. As you might be able to guess, I plan to turn myself into the police. Not that it matters, I'm about to... Wait, not that it matters, I'm about to get out of your life as quickly as I entered it. Turn himself into the police? Is that really where this ends? I need to think hard about this one. Obviously, he's a terrible parent, not exactly a great person either. But I do wonder if he was always like this, if things went downhill after his wife passed, what about before that? Although Natsuki was probably too young at the time, before all this happened, to describe what her dad was like then, we're to try to bring him back to what he used to possibly be. Natsuki did say she still cares for him. Actually, tried a family counseling. I don't think he ever brought it up, and Natsuki never mentioned either. I'll always be there. Oh wait, I'll always be there, so I guess it's not like to be alone. Natsuki doesn't have to stop living in me unless she wants to. At the very least, I don't want the violence incident will happen again. Natsuki's dad is so much different from that I expected him to be. His calm demeanor and the opposite of how I thought he'd behave is obviously... Wait, and that obviously doesn't clear him of what he did, but I find it interesting. Never seen someone so lost in life as he is. Which is more worth it, trying to work towards a better life, or blissful living in one you already have. I'll admit, I'm not even close to being an expert on this, however, I want the happiest ending we can get in the situation. Maybe we won't actually be that happy, but I'll make the decision that I think will lead us to Brad's future. To give my advice on what I think the solution that would be the best for all of us is in the end. Natsuki's dad has made him mistakes, awful, irredeemable mistakes, but both Natsuki and her dad cared for each other. I don't want this to end with her dad turning himself in. I think we can do better than that. I still believe if it's possible to recover. I still believe that giving him a second chance could work. And if it doesn't, oh well. At least we can say that we tried. Natsuki's dad is a broken man, a shattered man into 1,000 pieces, but something that's broken can also be repaired. I don't want it to end with her dad giving up. I think we can do better than that. I believe it's still possible to turn this around. I still believe it's not all over. Even if things don't work out, oh well. Sometimes it just happens. Natsuki's dad will never be able to fix everything that he did wrong, but we don't need to fix everything. We just need to fix enough that much is possible. I don't want this to end knowing that he could have been so much more. I think we can do better than that. I still believe we haven't lost everything. I still believe that we have a chance to gain. If we don't gain anything, oh well. We weren't going to lose anything either. I can work with Natsuki and her dad, and they can work on their therapist. We can all work together to get their lives back. I'm a regular person. I can't force anything to happen. I can't force things to get better. I can't have all the answers. But if there's one thing that I'm sure of, it's that we can make this work. If we don't at least try, I think that'd be a real shame. You need to try to reconnect with Natsuki. Natsuki's dad looked shocked. I'd be surprised if I were in that situation too. Why? There's no way she'd let me back into her life. I don't know. She might be scared of you, and the idea of changing how she lives right now might terrify her more. But deep down, I think she still cares about you. She even told me as much. What if she really didn't mean it? She does that often. I don't think so. I think she was serious. I've been dating her for half a year now. I can tell when she's not being genuine. When I talked to her about you, though, she said she still cared about you, but she didn't want to change her current lifestyle. It seemed like an odd time to lie. I think it would have said something like, it doesn't matter if I care about him, or I'm fine with the way I am now. She didn't want to be fully honest, or something like that. It'd be strange for her to go out of her way to lie in the first place. The point is, I think we should at least try. We can get you and Natsuki a counselor, and I'd be there the whole way to help you when needed. If you really want to, you can try to turn yourself in at another point, but for now, will you at least try to connect again with Natsuki, with my help? Thanks for a while. This talk's been lasting so long I wouldn't be surprised if it were midnight at this point. Then he raises his head and gives us his answer. Everything we've talked about, all the anxiety, fear, and sadness we've gone through, all was leading up to this point. Sure. I got nothing to lose at this point anyway. Let's try then. I want both me and my daughter to be able to get our lives back. Alright, I'll try setting up an appointment with the counselor for you two. After I check with Natsuki, of course. Can you even do that? In hindsight, it's probably not as simple as register someone to counseling like that. I can get started on it, if you say so. Should I come back tomorrow so we can talk again? Sounds like a good idea. Yeah. Natsuki walks over to the front door, walks out, and slowly shuts it. I think I caught a smile on his face as he was going out, but I couldn't tell for sure. Suddenly I hear the door in my room creak. He's gone, Natsuki. She walks out of the living room and takes a deep breath. Okay. I have a question for you, Natsuki. Would you be interested in going to family counseling? I expected her to take a while to think about it, but she responds immediately. Yes. Really? You seemed against the idea of change before. Though I may not have... or may not have just heard the whole conversation you had with my dad. Oh, so she heard. He's dropping. How dare you? You'd be a good car salesman, honestly. Oh? It's true, I never decided on a dream job, or... Anyway, you're up for it then. I can't keep running forever. I've been thinking about it for a long time, honestly. I did say I still cared for him. To clarify, you're absolutely sure you want to do this. Like I said, it'd be okay if I tried setting up an appointment. You're still going to be there to help, right? You're my girlfriend, so of course I'm going to do all I can. Good. I'm being casual about this, and I'm still scared, you know? It's thanks to you that I can take this step forward. I'm doing this only because I trust you this much. Because you haven't broken that. So, thanks. Natsuki gives me a peck on the cheek and heads back to the room. I should probably get going to bed soon, too. It's amazing how much Natsuki has grown. I don't think she'd have agreed this easily if I offered her the choice up half a year ago. What a ride this has been. I think that we're finally going to get some closure on this feels unbelievably satisfying. Now the only matter of how tomorrow goes. And ladies and gentlemen, that is where we're ending. Oh, so that was a lot of emotions. Very serious notes. Very serious topics. All good. And every choice I made throughout this where I was allowed to have a choice, I made like a little sly comment. I was pretty honest on all those that were involving between Natsuki and her dad. I would like to reconnect. I was about to say, Mama Wolf, I never had a bad relationship with her. Never had anything to ever worry about, especially anything considering or being close to this. And my papa didn't stay around for very long. He got sick, so I didn't get to spend much time with him. But situations like this, if there's something that needs to be fixed, you should fix it. You shouldn't run away from it. You shouldn't use some type of redemption or punishment as a sad excuse to run away. You should fix it. It won't take a day, it won't take a week or a month. It may take years. It may never even fully be fixed. But like the MC said, it doesn't have to fix everything, just enough. And that is an extremely true statement. Because if he had just went to jail, that would have never left Natsuki's heart. It would have never left his. That would have been horrible. So I'm really glad to see that things were able to start in the progress to working out. But we are going to end there for now, guys. And yeah, I hope y'all liked the video. Because I honestly had more fun in this part than I had definitely in the last few. So a lot of very true things. But guys, I love you. I know you love me. You may not love Natsuki's dad, but you gotta try. Goodbye, peoples. Drink some food. Drink some food. Haha. Eat some food. Drink some food too if you like slushies. And get some sleep. If you have to go to work, then don't work too hard. And bye bye.